This is a live video to talk to you about, three guys that I seen and, watch growing and becoming men. That they are great basketball players. I thought they deserve a little bit more social media people talking about them. So not many people talk about them. I thought I'll come here live and talk about them. These three guys are pretty much guys that I've seen growing. I grew up in Melbourne, in Victoria, and these guys I used to be part myself and Manyang, which is a Australian South Sudanese man. Myself and I, we sort of together started this club called the Longhorns, the Sunshine Longhorns, and these three guys went through this, our sort of academy that we start running, and they end up becoming, very successful in the in basketball world. So I thought I'll quickly shoot this video and just talk about them and how they started, the humble beginnings, and where they actually end up now. So the first guy I wanted to talk to you about today, which is a unsung hero, to my opinion anyway, is Deng Adel. So Deng Adel is 6'7". He's now coming back to Australia and play for the Hawks, the Illawarra Hawks, which is the team, if you remember, LaMelo Ball played for when he was playing here in Australia. So Deng Adel went to Xavier, which is one of the prestige colleges here in Victoria. He had a full scholarship. I met Deng Adel pretty much. I referee with him. He referee with him. Me being a referee and him sort of refing as well, just to try to make a bit of more cash on the side. Deng Adel ended up going to Louisville, where he played with Donovan Mitchell, which now is playing for the Cleveland Cavaliers. So they played together there for a year, and then Donovan Mitchell was obviously traded to the NBA, and Deng Adel was also traded to the NBA the following year by the Toronto Raptors, where he played for a few games. Then he went to play for Brooklyn Nets. I think it's the last team he played for when he played in the NBA. He also played for the Cavs at some stage. So, and then eventually went to play in Canada, Europe, and now he's back here in Australia. So 6'9", Deng Adel. I just thought I would make this video and recognize and tell people, tell the world that you are out there and you're a great player. People don't talk about you, but I'm here to talk about you because you're a great player and a good kid too. So very humble, very good kid. The second player that I wanted to talk about also went through the Longhorn Academy, played with me actually in the same team, some maybe one or two games. Is no other than Deng Santos. So Deng as he's known. So I think his middle name is Santos. So Deng went through the NBA, went to college. First of all, went to college. He played college basketball for 4 years. Then came to Australia and played for the Sydney Kings. Played for Illawarra Hawks, and also plays NBL 1 for the Kilsyth Cobras, which is one of the clubs here in Victoria, Melbourne, in Australia. So NBL 1 is a competition which is just below NBL. So NBL is the National Basketball League, and then you have NBL 1, which is just under that. So Deng Santos play for both. The two competition run at different times, so he plays for NBL 1 and then plays for NBL as well when he's not playing for NBL 1. Deng Adel, 6'9", 6'9.5", I would say. Small forward, athletic, and great guy. Good for the community. He also ended up playing, I must mention, for the South Sudanese basketball team, which is a team that is now going to be competing in the Olympic Games in Paris. So they are pretty much the kings of Africa. So they are the best team in Africa right now. Just great to see, Australians / South Sudanese players competing in this competition. Not just Australia, for other countries as well, which they are representing the countries where the parents are from, or some of them might even be born there. The third but not last player that I want to talk to you about today is no other than Kwani Kwani. So Kwani Kwani, 6'3", guard, Longhorns, then eventually went to play, plays for the NBL, plays for Atlanta, plays for Illawarra Hawks, I believe. He plays for Sydney Kings under Andrew Gaze's supervision. He also he actually is the South Sudanese national team captain. So they are going to the Olympics in summer, so they're going to be competing and representing Africa and South Sudan and also Australia in a way, because they born here and grew up here. So Kwani Kwani is the most humble guy that I've ever met in my life. Doesn't say much, but when he does, you just can see his demeanor. He's a very humble guy. Like the guy a lot, and I wish him all the best with the South Sudanese team on the Olympic Games. I hope they, compete well. I would say that's all I can say. I hope they compete well. So if you haven't done so yet, I've got these stickers here with me. So they're pretty much stickers of my channel here, Basketball for Dummies, my face, Coach PK, and the social media that I'm involved with. If you haven't got one, hit me up or send you one. If you see me around, ask for it. I always have one in my pocket, so it's for everyone to have and enjoy and like. Anyway, before I finalize this video, because you have been watching it for so long and got up to this point, I've got a bonus guy that I want to talk about today. And this guy is none other but Sunday. So he goes in on Instagram by the name King Sunday or Sunday King, one of the two. Sunday, he never went to the Longhorn Club, but he's an unsung hero as well. A few years ago, I got invited by Silvana, which is a lady, Egyptian lady, to referee a tournament in Sunshine. So that was many years ago now, probably 10 years or more. I get there. There was Sunday. There was all others, players and refereeing and competing. But God, wow, I was impressed with him. Like, he couldn't miss a shot. He was hitting threes. They are doubling him, tripling. He's driving. He's scoring. With people holding him, and I was just, as a referee, we was just calling the foul. They were hacking him. They were like, he was almost like he was impossible to guard, and he was on that day. He was scoring. He was shooting threes. He was driving. He was ditching. He was doing all these good things, and he was doing it so right. And teams, we knew about it, but they couldn't stop him, and he just keeps scoring and scoring and scoring and scoring and scoring. Anyway, at the end of the tournament, they won. I believe he was playing for Naidu, one of those teams. The teams he was playing for, the Red Rules were there back on those days. Sunshine and all the different clubs were there. They just couldn't stop him, and at the end of the tournament, he said, "Yeah, you hacked me all this time. That's enough now." And he won, and it was sort of a bit of a shovels and a bit of a. He was going to become a brawl, but we sort of sorted it out. I never forgot about Sunday since that day, because it was just so impressive the way he played. He still plays. I saw him the other day, not too long ago. I had to take a photo with him, which I'll put up here somewhere. And it was just amazing. He never made it to the NBL or Big V or anything like that. He might have played Big V, I'm not quite sure, but I see him every now and then, and when I see him, I'm always very excited and happy to see him and sort of high five him, because he just reminds me of that day, that tournament, that he sort of it was just like God playing basketball. It was unbelievable, and I remember that very clearly. It's in my mind almost every time I see him. So yeah, it's Sunday and Sangero, my guy. I thought I'll put you on this video, and yeah, as I say, look, I run a PK Academy, which have only work with people that want to play defense or learn how to get better on defense. We do not teach any shooting or anything like that. It's all about defense. It's all about how to play defense, get better on defense, and win championships. So if you haven't done so yet, hit me up and I'll be able to have a chat and see if we can catch up, and I'll help you out to become a better defensive player. Again, I've got these stickers. Put it a bit closer. Hit me up and I'll go one for you. You can either put it on the back of your phone like I have here, or you can put it on the back of your iPad, laptop, which I have here as well. So they're pretty cool, and they are, just so we stay connected forever. You never forget about me, I never forget about you. If also make sure to watch this video over here, this video over here, and in the middle where my face is, click on it, click subscribe, click on the notification bell that comes in beside it so you don't miss my next video. Until then.